Have you ever wondered what it feels like to live in a city where hope is fading and the weight of depression hangs heavy over the streets? Today we're diving deep into the 10 most depressed cities in America, places where economic hardship, social struggles, and mental health crises collide to create a perfect storm of despair. But this isn't just about statistics. It's about real people, real stories, and a silent epidemic affecting millions. Some of these cities might surprise you, others you may expect, but one thing's for sure. Understanding why these places are suffering is the first step toward change. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future videos exposing the raw truths behind America's most pressing issues. Let's get started. 10. Cleveland, Ohio, the Rust Belt's heavy heart. Cleveland is a city that once thrived on manufacturing and industry, but since the decline of the Rust Belt, it has struggled to keep its economy afloat. Economic collapse. The loss of thousands of manufacturing jobs has left many without stable income. Unemployment and poverty. Cleveland's unemployment rate frequently doubles the national average. Around 30% of residents live below the poverty line. Mental health crisis. Studies show Cleveland has one of the highest rates of antidepressant prescriptions in the country. Opioid epidemic. Addiction rates in Cleveland are shockingly high, feeding directly into depression and hopelessness. Crime and violence. Violent crime rates remain stubbornly high, which fuels stress and fear among residents. What's being done? Efforts to revitalize the city and improve mental health services are underway, but progress is slow and many residents feel forgotten. 9. Detroit, Michigan, the fall of the Motor City. Detroit's story is one of dramatic rise and fall. Once the heart of America's automotive industry, it's now a symbol of urban decay for many. Economic despair. The city's bankruptcy in 2013 highlighted the collapse of its tax base and public services. Population decline. Detroit has lost over 60% of its population since 1950, leading to abandoned neighborhoods and isolation. Housing crisis. Foreclosures and vacant homes contribute to a bleak environment that can crush mental well-being. High suicide rates. Detroit's suicide rate is among the highest in the country. Healthcare access. Limited mental health resources create barriers to treatment for many. Despite a glimmer of downtown revitalization, many neighborhoods remain trapped in cycles of poverty and despair. 8. St. Louis, Missouri. The city-divided St. Louis is a city of stark contrasts. Vibrant cultural hubs exist alongside neighborhoods struggling with generational poverty. Racial segregation. Deep racial divides have resulted in unequal access to education, employment, and healthcare. Violence and trauma. High rates of gun violence lead to ongoing community trauma. Economic inequality. The wealth gap contributes to widespread feelings of hopelessness. Substance abuse. Alcoholism and drug addiction rates are alarmingly high. Social isolation. Many residents experience loneliness and a lack of community support. Local organizations are working hard to bridge divides, but the emotional scars run deep. 7. Camden, New Jersey, the struggle of an industrial ghost town. Camden has become a cautionary tale about urban decay and abandonment. Once a booming industrial hub, it now struggles with extreme poverty. Over 35% of residents live below the poverty line. Unemployment. Joblessness rates remain sky-high with limited economic opportunities. High crime. Camden has consistently ranked among the most dangerous cities in the U.S. Mental health neglect. Resources are scarce for those battling depression and anxiety. Family breakdown. High rates of single-parent households contribute to social instability. Efforts at community policing and redevelopment have made some progress, but much work remains. Baltimore's rich history and cultural significance stand in sharp contrast to its struggles with violence and economic hardship. Chronic violence. Baltimore's homicide rates are among the nation's highest. Unemployment. Economic stagnation affects large portions of the population. Housing instability. Many residents face eviction or homelessness. Substance epidemic. Opioids and other drug abuse plague communities. Mental health crisis. Stigma and lack of access prevent many from seeking help. Baltimore's fight to reclaim its future is ongoing, but the wounds run deep. Gary was once synonymous with steel production, but now it symbolizes economic decline and urban abandonment. Economic collapse. Loss of steel jobs devastated the city's economy. Population exodus. Half of its residents have left since 1960. High poverty. Approximately 40% live below the poverty line. Violence and trauma. High rates of violent crime contribute to depression. Mental health barriers. Limited access to care traps. Many in cycles of despair. Revitalization attempts face an uphill battle as residents struggle to find hope. Flint's national spotlight came with the water crisis, but its depression epidemic started long before. Environmental disaster. Lead-contaminated water eroded trust and caused trauma. Economic decline. Job losses in the auto industry continue to impact livelihoods. Health problems. Chronic illnesses linked to water quality add to mental health burdens. Crime and violence. Flint's crime rates remain alarmingly high. Youth suicide. Rates among young people have increased sharply. Flint's crisis is a stark reminder of how environmental injustice can fuel mental health disasters. While not a city, several urban areas in West Virginia are hotspots for depression due to economic and social collapse. Coal industry collapse. Loss of mining jobs has devastated communities. Opioid crisis, one of the highest per capita overdose rates in the nation. Rural isolation. Geographic isolation increases loneliness. Poverty and unemployment. Stubbornly high rates contribute to despair. Healthcare gaps. Limited access to mental health services. The state's struggle reflects the deep challenges facing many rural parts of America. Albuquerque has experienced population growth, but that hasn't solved its mental health crisis. High crime rates, especially gun violence and domestic abuse. Economic disparities. Persistent poverty in many neighborhoods. Mental health services, underfunded and overwhelmed. Homelessness, increasing numbers struggle with housing insecurity. Substance abuse. Epidemic, alcohol and drugs worsen depression. Albuquerque's crisis is complex, fueled by rapid growth without adequate support. Las Vegas is a city of extremes. Glitzy entertainment and bright lights masking deep-rooted problems. Economic inequality. Many working in low-wage service jobs live paycheck to paycheck. High suicide rates. Las Vegas consistently ranks near the top nationally. Transient population. Lack of stable community increases isolation. Substance abuse, alcohol, and drug problems are widespread. Mental health stigma. Many residents avoid seeking help due to shame or fear. Behind the neon lights, Las Vegas hides a profound mental health crisis that few talk about openly. The truth is, depression in America isn't just a personal issue. It's a societal one. These cities remind us how economic collapse, social inequality, violence, environmental disasters, and lack of mental health resources can combine to create a widespread epidemic of despair. But awareness is the first step toward change. These cities are fighting back, innovating new programs, and building communities of hope. One person at a time. What do you think? Have you lived in or visited any of these cities? Do you see signs of hope or continued struggle? What solutions do you think could work? Drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's start a conversation about mental health in urban America. If you found this video eye-opening, please like, share, and subscribe. We'll continue uncovering the stories that matter most. In our next video, we'll explore the cities leading the way in recovery and mental health innovation. You won't want to miss it. Stay aware, stay compassionate, stay connected.